I'd rather have a man with a hole in his shoe than a hole in everything he says. I'd rather have a man who knows what to do when he gets to be the prez. I love the governor of Illinois. He is the gov that brings the dove of peace and joy. When Illinois, the GOP double-crossed, he is the one who told all the crooks, get lost. Adlai, love you madly. And what you did for your own great state, you're gonna do for the rest of the 48. Didn't know much about him before he came, but now my heart's a ballot that bears his name. 'Cause I listened to what he had to say. I know that on election day, we're gonna choose the gov that we love. He is the gov nobody can shove. We'll make the gov the president of the you, the me and the USA.
General, in the 1952 campaign, the general complained about the cost of living. He promised his television audience,
people can afford less butter, less fruit, less bread, less milk. Yes, it's time for a change.
how's that again, General?
Yes, it's time for a change.
This is Estes Kefuaver. The General's promise to bring down prices was another broken promise. Since the Republicans took office, the cost of living has reached its highest point in history. Today, the consumer can buy less food, less housing, less clothing, less medical care than he could in 1952 for the same money. The General promised a change for the better, and we got shortchanged for the worse. Think it through.
Vote for Stevenson, Kefuaver, Wagner, and your local Democratic candidates. Vote row B.
Mr. Nixon, what is the truth? Can we continue to have peace while Khrushchev is trying to stir up the whole world against us?
Well, the truth is that we must continue to have peace. And we can if we continue to show firmness and strength to the communist world. Khrushchev is a cold, hard, ruthless man. He feeds upon weakness and doubt. And we must never make the mistake of letting him think we are weak. We must show him we are strong, economically and militarily, that we will not be coerced, that we will not tolerate being pushed around. We must continue to deal with communism and the Soviet leaders, not belligerently, but firmly, and always with vigilance.
Vote for Nixon and Lodge, November 8th. They understand what peace demands.
Graft. Swindles. Juvenile delinquency. Crime. Riots. Hear what Barry Goldwater has to say about our lack of moral leadership.
The leadership of this nation has a clear and immediate challenge to go to work effectively and go to work immediately to restore proper respect for law and order in this land, and not just prior to Election Day either. America's greatness is the greatness of her people, and let this generation then make a new mark for that greatness. Let this generation of Americans set a standard of responsibility that will inspire the world.
In your heart, you know he's right.
This is about the government. This is about credibility. This is about electronics. This is about bugging. This is about spying. This is about thievery. This is about espionage. This is about lying. This is about payoffs. This is about contradiction. This is about special deals. This is about falsification. This is about testimony. This is about wheat deals. This is about hiding. This is about dishonesty. This is about sabotage. This is about secrecy. This is about stealing. This is about hidden funds. This is about deception. This is about the White House. And this is how you stop it.
In a presidential election, it doesn't matter who's from the South. What matters is who is for the South. In order to get the support of George Meany and other big union bosses, Jimmy Carter said he would sign federal repeal of our state right-to-work laws. Now, that's not being for the South. When President Ford talks about the issues, defense, gun control, taxes, big government, inflation, he sounds more like a Southerner than Jimmy Carter.
I and all my predecessors have had a deep commitment to controlling the proliferation of nuclear weapons.
When the subject is nuclear proliferation, a president or a candidate must speak with absolute accuracy. He must also be able to remember what he has said.
When Governor Reagan has been asked about that, he makes a very disturbing comment that non-proliferation or the control of the spread of nuclear weapons is none of our business.
I have never made the statement that he suggested about nuclear proliferation.
But listen to Governor Reagan last January in Jacksonville.
I just don't think that it's any of our business. Unilaterally, the United States seems to be the only nation in the world that's trying to stop the proliferation of nuclear weapons.
In this debate, in this whole campaign, Governor Reagan has changed important positions to get votes and then blandly tried to wipe out the earlier position. Which Ronald Reagan should we believe?
Don't let them take your vote away. The Republican Party and the pollsters are telling you this election is over. They're telling you your vote doesn't count.
They have decided for you who your president is going to be, but I got a little message for them. Polls don't vote, people vote. We believe in a solid, just, compassionate, hopeful future. That's why I'm in politics. That's why I'm running for president, and that's why we're going to win.
George Bush talks a lot about prison furloughs, but he won't tell you that the Massachusetts program was started by a Republican and stopped by Mike Dukakis. And Bush won't talk about the thousands of drug kingpins furloughed from federal prisons while he led the war on drugs. Bush won't talk about this drug pusher, one of his furloughed heroin dealers, who raped and murdered Patsy Pedron, pregnant mother of 2. The real story about furloughs is that George Bush has taken a furlough from the truth.
The world is in transition. We must be a military superpower, an economic superpower, and an export superpower. Here's what I'm fighting for. Open markets for American products, tax relief, opportunities for small business, legal and health reform, job training, and new schools built on competition ready for the 21st century.
We have a moral obligation to give our children in America with the opportunity and values of the nation we grew up in.
Bob Dole grew up in Russell, Kansas. From his parents, he learned the value of hard work, honesty, and responsibility. So when his country called, he answered. He was seriously wounded in combat. Paralyzed, he underwent 9 operations.
I went around looking for a miracle that make me whole again.
The doctors said he'd never walk again, but after 39 months, he proved them wrong.
He persevered, he never gave up, fought his way back from total paralysis.
Like many Americans, his life experience and values serve as a strong moral compass. The principle of work to replace welfare, the principle of accountability to strengthen our criminal justice system, the principle of discipline to end wasteful Washington spending.
It all comes down to values. What you believe in, what you sacrifice for, and what you stand for.
George W. Bush wants to bring his Texas ideas to Ohio. Manufacturing workers in Texas are the 8th worst paid in the nation. In Ohio, we're the 4th best paid. The Texas minimum wage is $3.35 an hour. 6 times Bush's inaction killed increases. $3.35 an hour. Under Bush, Texas went from 29th to the 48th worst place to raise a child. Bush even opposed providing health care for 220,000 more Texas children. On November 7th, is that the change we really want for Ohio?
Country of the future. We're a country of optimists. We're the can-do people.
For John Kerry, a stronger America begins at home. Real plans to create jobs here, not overseas. Lower healthcare costs. Independence from Middle East oil. And in the world, a strong military and strong alliances to defeat terror. America. Stronger at home. Respected in the world. John Kerry for president.
I'm John Kerry, and I approve this message.
Obama hasn't made a significant mark on education, that he's elusive on accountability, a staunch defender of the existing public school monopoly. Obama's one accomplishment? Legislation to teach comprehensive sex education to kindergartners. Learning about sex before learning to read? Barack Obama. Wrong on education.
America's manufacturing when President Obama took office. This is China's. Under Obama, we've lost over 500,000 manufacturing jobs. And for the first time, China is beating us. 7 times Obama could have stopped China's cheating. 7 times he refused.
It's time to stand up to the cheaters and make sure we protect jobs for the American people.
Barack Obama, failing to stop cheating, failing American workers.
I'm Mitt Romney, and I approve this message.
I'm Hillary Clinton, and I approve this message.
If he governs consistent with some of the things he's said as a candidate, I would be very frightened.
He's been talking about the option of using a nuclear weapon against our Western European allies.
This is not somebody who should be handed the nuclear codes.
You have to ask yourself, do I want a person of that temperament control the nuclear codes? And as of now, I'd have to say no.
Harris ran for president by rushing to the radical left, embracing Bernie's plan for socialized medicine, calling for trillions in new taxes, attacking Joe Biden for racist policies. Voters rejected Harris. They smartly spotted a phony. But not Joe Biden. He's not that smart. Biden calls himself a transition candidate. He is handing over the reins to Kamala while they jointly embrace the radical left. Slow Joe and phony Kamala. Perfect together. Wrong for America.
Stop at nothing.
Well, I got rid of Roe v. Wade.
The Republican Party is committed to banning access to abortion for all women in this country.
But Kamala Harris won't back down.
Vice President Harris hammers Republicans on the issue of abortion rights for women.
With so much at stake, we don't have time to waste. Resilient, relentless, fighter. The time is now. Women Vote is responsible for the content of